guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Vantage webinars. All right, hi everyone. Nice to see you guys here. So today is also about live training section. All right, if you have specific instrument you want me to have a look for you, just send in the request. Okay. So just before we start our session, just a disclaimer first. All right, that everything in this video is purely educational in nature. Okay, nothing should be considered as investment recommendation. All right, and risk warning, trading forex and CFD carry significant risk to your capital and is may not suitable for all investor. Okay. And about myself, my name is Peggy. I'm investment analyst and a prop trader. So basically, I trade forex, I trade future, and I trade a prop firm or proprietary firm. So basically, like you need to pass all the challenge basically, and then they will give you the capital or the fund to manage. Okay, of course, like I need to follow their rules. Okay. Okay, so a quick look on our economic news today. So what you can see here, there's no news today on September 8th, but from September 10 to September 12, we have high impact news coming. So this high impact news. So if you want to take the orange box, it's up to you. Okay, but I personally just look at the high impact news with the red box only. So on 12:30 September 10, we have core PPI coming up at 12:30 p.m. Take note of that. And Kiwi dollars, we have 11:15 p.m. Okay, and September 11 for the euro, we have at 12:15 monetary policy statements, 12:30 p.m. or for US dollar from core PPI until unemployment claims. And 12:45 p.m. we have EUR coming up. This is the okay. September 12 GBP and US dollars. Am I the incorrect month? No, the correct. Wait. Then what is my Japan? Oh, next week. Okay. So, okay, this is high impact news for this week. Okay. All right. I thought like Japan is September 19. Okay, I think I missed. Okay. Got it. Let me look at the chart together. Okay. So the high impact news again, just take note of that. Okay, let me bring you guys to the light chart, and then we're gonna look for the trade setup together. Okay. Wow, gold has a make all-time high, guys. Don't worry, we're gonna look at gold together. Okay. Wow. Okay. The reason I think gold is rising because I think because of the dollar is falling. That all I can say, and I would say that this is the kind of like demand zone or those like support level here. Okay, this zone, meaning that if dollar is gonna rising from here, and then we're gonna see gold is falling, and gold has already make an all-time high at where 1613. Is it 1613? Okay. Let we go down to the lower time frame. Now in H1, this is there. I would say this is the first support for H1. Okay, and I would say price would rise back or bounce from this somehow these zones. Okay, or could all the way to this level and the wick in the body. Okay, around that zone. You can see there's dollar is bouncing off these zones, and gold I think had falling from the 161.8 extension. Okay, let me look at. Okay, I would say first support right here. This is a first support is the first resistance level. Okay, meaning that if dollar is gonna bounce from this level, we have 61.8% finished retracement at supported our first resistance level. And this is my second resistance. I will put at my first, which is swing high resistance level. Swing high resistance level right here. Okay. Why is my chat? Hang on, guys. I am monitoring the question from the app. Hang on. Okay. Let me move on. Again, guys, if you want to request, just send in. Okay. I will look for the key level for you. Where is my Zoom's question? Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna look at the EURUSD, GBPUSD, and then we're gonna look at gold together. Okay, based on the EURUSD, okay, we're gonna look, you can look for the sell entry at this level. Okay, at this level, meaning that I'm gonna wait for the sell entry at this level. EURUSD might be rising to make a divergence here, and you look at the RSI might be falling. Okay, so we're gonna wait to sell at this zone, or if you see the confirmation, this gonna be the zones. This gonna be the zones. Okay, price go in the zone already. So what we want to see, we want to see the lower time frame. Okay, has confirmation. Okay. The reason I give you this one because we saw the OB here in H4. So we would say this our order block, bearish order block. So you may consider to sell this one. But if you sell now, just take note that if price rising to first resistance, you could have another sell entry and then you put the stop loss above this red box. Okay? And then we're gonna target here for the first support at the pullback support level. All right? Okay. Let's look at the GBP as well. Okay. GBP, I'm gonna withdraw again. Of course, this is our supply zone, but it's taken because of this week, right? Because of this week. Either another zone was here, it's taken already because of this week as well. I would say this is my supply zone. I'm gonna highlight my supply zone. It's like this. Okay, and that's gonna be this level. And price high is falling from our support level. Here is my this is first resistance, is the first support. Okay. Um okay. and this is my second support level. I would say first resistance here. I would think that price would continue to fall to this support level, and above support level supported by Fibonacci 38.2% around the zones. This is gonna be our zones. Okay, this is gonna be our zones. Okay. Okay. Can you guys hear me clearly? Right? Right? Can you guys hear me? Anyone? Yes or no? Let me check myself. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay. I check. Yes. Okay. Now let me move on to gold, right? Let me spend time here a little bit. Gold has a make all-time high. I caught a sale here in the morning, and price did not come almost right at 35.79. That is rising. It was somewhere around the zone. Let's see what we're gonna say here for the pullback support level. But price did not came. It's at 35.79 and then rising and make an all-time high. And then I was like, okay, since price make an all-time high here, either I'm gonna use the extension to find the next resistance level, and there is a resistance level here in H1. Okay. Okay, let's say was at this level, and price is somehow, I would say this is my first resistance level for the H1. It's very risky because another zone for H4 for this high, that's gonna be these zones. Okay, so my zones will be this. This is the zone that I can look, that I can find. Because price already make an all-time high, only I can use the Fibonacci extension to find the zones. Okay. And prime has make a pullback from this zone, and I think it's going to rise again. Is it very risky if you want to sell? But if the sell would target here first, which is at 3,006 or around this level for the take profit. And the first support. If you want to buy, you may consider to buy from this level. Okay, but price could make all the way there. But in H1, if price gonna stop here, and I saw there's a divergence here, but it's very risky if we're gonna sell now, unless you want to sell based on the lower time frame as 36110. Okay, if you want to sell now at, you could sell if you're gonna have very tight stop loss to be this zone. Okay, should be these zones. but it is very risky. Just now price from 1.3 all the way down to 0.6. That's about 60 pip and falling. Now it rising back again. If I want to look in the lower time frame, I would say this is my kind of M pattern. For example, this is a M1, okay? It's somewhere around here, this zone falling within like this zone. So you could have very tight stop loss. You enter now at 3610, your stop loss above 3621, about 100 pip. So it's up to you, or you can just slightly above 3613. You could put like 3616, about 60 pip, because that's the only level I can find. But it's really risky because price could go all the way up to this zone, and you can see that to that zone. Okay, just manage your risk if you want to sell. Okay, if you want to sell, this the zones, the zones that I can find. Or other reason is that, okay, if you want to say that, can we sell here is the OB, and it's very risky because you can see very strong buy in M5, right? A lot, I think a lot of people still waiting, they're like holding the buy position. You can see that rising again, even though the RSI is already over, but either rising. As long as if you want to sell, we just put stop loss above 3615. Okay, 3615. That I can buy. Okay. Risky, really risky sell. Maybe it's the London session coming, keep buying, so they could go up to 3620. Okay, I did not sell yet, guys, because there's very strong buying. If you want to sell, just manage your risk, very risky. Okay, we will come back to look it's here. Okay, 3613. Okay, and we highlight the zone. This is the OB. If we think that it's gonna be the zone, right? But again, very risky. Take note of that. Take note of this. I could say that high risk, high return. If you if from here price falling like more than 100 pip, that okay, you caught in the peak, but very risky. You look at M5 strong buy. From here, we will keep still hold the buy position. Okay. Okay, let's see. We're gonna make an all-time high again. Now it's past 1314. Okay, I could see that it might go all the way to 19. If I want to use the extension to forecast, yeah, 17 or 19, right? It's very risky. Meaning, I don't know why, but they just keep buying. Anybody buy since 3006? I did not, because it's at the peak. I was sell like somewhere around here. Okay, and now you can see that in M5, right? Rising, break up already. You guys can request, do you have any pair you want me to look for you? Yes. Wow. One seven all the way to 17. Oh, 17 and then falling. So meaning this one, I will just remove, okay? Try go all the way up to 17. And then falling within the zone. Our zone are up to 19. Okay, up to 19. Yeah, 1617. Okay, guys. So, any one of you guys want to request? Yes. If not, I will just go through all those major. Okay. I'm gonna let UJ. You can see that UJ is still falling from the first resistance. But what I say that USDJPY is sideways. So basically, that is a key level. Okay, just let it break above or break below first. Okay, now it's sideways. Now you can see it's sideways. Now it's sideways. We can't do anything. Okay, we just have to monitor for the USDJPY. For the UCAT. Okay. Price come from the resistance level, which is OB here or the block. Okay. The first, it's very risky for the first resistance. Okay. We're not gonna buy at the first support, sorry. Okay. If they can break below, pull back, you can buy, you can sell, target second support level. All right. Target second support level. Okay. Because I saw the divergence there since the day on the September 5th. So either they're gonna something like that. It could the break could fall here. Okay. Because the divergence here in H4 could be all the way somewhere to second support level. Okay. Continue. USD CHF, wow, very strong. Okay, if I want to see like that, I would say this is gonna be the pullback resistance level in H1. Okay, so this is gonna be the support level in H1 time frame. When we go to H4, first resistance, this is a breaker box, which is a fair OB, and the zones. Okay, this is my first support in H4. And this is my second support. Okay, in H4 time frame. This is second resistance right here. Okay. Aussie. Aussie dollars. This you can see the pullback, right? You can see the pullback. Last Fridays, we would say first support here. Any level can support this. Okay, I found first resistance here, but it seems they may break. They may break. There's a OB here. Okay, we'll just put here for the first resistance. Second, the first support I'm gonna put this at the overlap, at the overlap right here. Okay, and this is second support. Why I pick here? It really risky, but we may see the pullback from this level. If I go to the lower time frame to look for the confirmation at the zones, okay, in M15, this is gonna be our sell entry with OB here. Okay, I'm gonna just stick to that first resistance right there. Okay. Here. Okay, so many spamming messages here. Okay. Let us move on to Kiwi dollars. Same thing. First support from here. First resistance. And there is the zone from here. Okay. Overbought, we see the price action. Okay, we'll say here. I will say this is the second support level. They might do the divergence here for give it dollar. So if you want to sell, you just put stop loss above this high. Okay, let's swing high. That's it. Because don't need to put too far. Okay, for this, just slightly above this swing high resistance, you want to sell. Okay, at these zones, and if you think that price gonna make the divergence here, if they're gonna make something like that, and you could just have a very tight stop loss just above this swing high. Okay. Okay. Then the WTI, you see from the all price come from the support level. Now break all below. This is first resistance. Second resistance level. first support. Either you want to put here, which is multi-swing low support level, then you could highlight the wick in the body if you want to. That's gonna be the zones. Okay. And then the next support level is here. Right, we have 38.2 and 61.8% FIB level. Okay. Now, okay, goal I just mentioned is go to our zone. Okay. High risk if you want to sell. I only spot the very small divergence in M15 from here. Right? That's the zone. If you sell sin 17, it's already falling 50 pip. Okay, for gold. I'm not sure if gonna go if the divergence complete is gonna be somewhere at this level, you're gonna pull back and continue, or at least you're gonna aim for this level. Okay, that means they're gonna complete the divergence. That would be 68, the body, and the wick what at 66. No. This one for gold. And then if you want to scalping, target 3006 first. So it's falling from 17 to 1006. That would be 170 pip. Okay, guys. Do you want to request? I think in app, like so many spamming messages. Okay, just ignore that. Okay. Do you get the sale from the zone 1-2 to 1-9? I know the zone is big. Okay. In M5 we also can see the price action here, and then there's a divergence here as well. Okay, in M5. So now, if you want to hold, okay, you can hold if you get like the top one, you can hold TP1 could be 3606. Okay, and you could target at 3601 if you want to. 3601. Yeah. Okay, you can see this falling. Anybody of you guys sell gold? If not, if you want to buy 3006, it's a good buy. And somewhere around here, okay, it is a pullback. So I believe that In M15, we see the divergence. In M30, yeah, you can see that there might be somebody who want to buy at 0608, somewhere around that. If not, we're gonna wait to buy at these zones. From the all-time high here, it used to be the all-time high, okay? 3006. It pull back, you can continue to buy. Let me look at H4. Okay, very strong H4 buy. Okay. What about 1 hour and 20 minutes, H4 gonna close. Let's just see how is H1 gonna close with the long wick or with the still bullish move. Okay. Monitor at this level. These zones. Now at 11, rising back up again. I think now people just holding the buy position, nobody want to sell. If sell just for a short, kind of small pullback, just for small pullback. Okay, monitor this level if you want to buy 0608. Okay. Yeah. Which pair? Shall we gonna look at the BTC? BTC first resistance to me is still right here. Risky. If price break above, mean the body close above 112. This is gonna be your next sell zone as second resistance. It's still fresh. Okay. This is gonna be a pullback resistance level. All right. This the zones. Ethereum. I could say that sideways, but the resistance level I could give you is that this price. I would say first resistance. So basically, they are ranging between the price is, I will put the wick in the body. 4,342 and 2440. Basically the sideways. Okay, you look at H1. They were just sideways for Ethereum. It's not good to trade. Okay. Anyone? Aussie, Kiwi dollars. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I see M15 is very nice price action here. Okay, so again, if you want to sell, put above this resistance level. Okay. Okay, again, gold, if you want to buy, you can buy risky because can't, why I say risky, because at these zones, we may consider it's a high already, but here you might see a bounce if you see that demand zone, if they will consider demand zone at 3610, okay, but it's, you see now people still want to buy at this kind of pullback. There will be like a seller who buy at this pullback support. You can see that. Okay, but I'm not gonna buy here. It's too high already. Either you don't sell or you don't buy. We wait until it's like the market show a very clear direction, okay? Because okay, either one you buy here, you take profit where all time high, I don't know where, or if you sell here, we know that you can put the stop loss above 3621. That's it. Okay, if you want to put like the stop loss above 3621. If not, just hold. I did unless you buy from like breakout 3600. Okay, we just see. Okay, guys, want to request any pair? Let me look in app. No one. Nobody. I can't monitor the question app because there's spamming messages here. So I'm gonna ignore. Okay, I'm gonna ignore it. Okay, let me just go through one more silver. Not very nice. This is all-time high as well for silver. Wow, okay. There will be extension first resistance here, right? For D1 time frame. Or and you want to highlight is here. Put target here. Go back. Okay, let me see the low time frame. 166. We could just say this the zones. Okay, I would say this the zones and the pullback gonna be here. So it best is that we're not gonna sell. Okay, we want to buy. Wait for the buy entry. At these zones. At these zones. Okay. Wait for buy entry at these zones. All right. Let's look at US 30. I saw there's OB here. You may consider to sell. Stop loss put above the OB because I think they has made the all-time high as well, right? There's nothing on the left. Yeah, so you see that? There's OB, the sell for you. That's gonna be the wick in the body. The zone. Okay, the zone, something like that. And you could see that price respected pullback support in rising. Now I'm gonna move back to this first support. I would think another level is here. Okay, meaning that if they're gonna respect the OB, we're gonna target here for the first support level. right? Any pair, guys? Any pair? Do you want me to look for any specific instruments? Okay, let's just stay here for gold. Okay. Could this be a divergence? And then we trade because we say okay in the zone, and then we saw the divergence. Risky. You can see this M5. A lot of price action. Divergent here. Okay. Can we just say that okay we sell, and then you just put the stop loss above 3621. Okay. If you want to hold TP1 here, high risk, but that's the only reason that we sell. Divergent within the zone extension. TP1 if you want to hold, TP2 at the 3600. Yeah. And another, just now we will say that if you want to sell, I saw the price action here, you just put stop loss above. Okay. That's the only zone. Okay, if price break above these zones, the next resistance level that could be is this second resistance. Okay, around this level. If this fake divergence, okay, if this gonna be the fake divergence, okay, this is price action. If you want to hold, right? This zone. Okay, when I see like that, okay, usually I will trade sell. I'll put stop loss above this swing high. Then I will target at least at the pullback here first, meaning that I see the confirmation, the price action. I will only 10 pips for scalping, but sometimes I could fall from here all the way to the first support level. So that's why monitor, because if you sell now, like just now, you put stop loss above just about 10 pip. For example, you put a stop loss 10 pip, then you would have earned, you would have aim for the let's say save here. Ten pip. Let's just say 10 pip around here. Let's just say 10, 11 pip. Okay, and then you would have aim for at least either this one with more than less than one, but if you're gonna pull back here. Okay. Or I would say if we set it in H4, pull back, if this gonna be something around this level. Okay, if this gonna be like something around this level. Okay, TP1 here, if we can see somewhere around this level. meaning you are gonna aim for M15 here, TP1, TP2 here. Okay, risk and reward 1 to 1 for scalping. All right. Okay. Gold again, still up and down there, falling until 1-1, meaning just in M5 is like this week. Okay, if you got sales in on top 1-7, just chip stop loss to break even. Okay, a hold, and then you can break below 3610. We're gonna target here, and then if I see the rejection, I might buy. Okay, but of course, if you want to buy, quite risky because H1. Okay, you see, if H1 closing with long wick, the body close below 161.8. Okay, the next candle, or we could wait for H4 as well. We could close below extension. The safe place to buy at first support. This one could be risky. Either, okay, I'm gonna be like that. Either if they can, body close below, below 1606, you can pull back and then you can target here. Okay. Now you look at the candle. It's at 1611 and bounce. They try to, you can see that it tried to push the price down below 3610. Now it's rising back up. Right? You can look at the lower time frame. You see that this is M1 from 17 to 16, about 60 pip, and then I try to push the price down below 3610. Okay, so safe place to buy, guys. You could wait here 2600. If this is divergence gonna work out until 3606, price falling another 60 pip, and then you hold. All right. Okay, guys, that should be all for today. I will catch up with you again on Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday, I'm gonna see you. That should be all for today, guys. Take note of the buy entry at this 3600. If you're gonna buy at 3606, just take note if you need to see the rejection in the lower time frame because this is very high risk. We have the divergence here in M15. Okay. Alright guys, that should be all for today. Bye for now guys. Take care. Bye bye.